The Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, the site of Game 4 of the ALDS. The Tigers trailing the A's 2-1 in the series. They need a win to keep their season alive. Doug Fister making the start for the Tigers. In the top of the first, he gets into immediate trouble. On the game's second pitch, Coco Crisp sends one into the gap in left center field. A leadoff triple has Crisp on third base. He would come in to score on a Jed Lowry single to make it 1-0 Oakland. Same score in the fifth inning, and here's Lowry at the plate with a man on, and Lowry will take Fister deep to right field for a 2-run home run. It's just out of the reach of the outstretched glove of Torrey Hunter. It's Lowry's first ever homer in the postseason, and the A's have a 3-0 advantage after 4.5. Dan Straley starting for the Athletics. He had a no-hitter after 4, but in the fifth, after back-to-back singles to begin the frame, he faces Johnny Peralta.
There's a fly ball left field. This one's deep. Going back, Cespedes at the fence. He leaps. He won't get it. It's gone. A home run. 3-run shot for Johnny Peralta. How about it? The Tigers have tied it at 3 here in the fifth.
WXYT provides the call on the Tigers' first home run of the division series. Bottom 6, the game is still tied. Miguel Cabrera comes up with a 2-out single to left off Straley. Cabrera breaks a major league record by reaching base in his 28th straight playoff game. However, he'd be stranded there, and Straley would be done after 6. Top of the 7th now, the Tigers bringing Max Scherzer out of the bullpen. He was the winner in Game 1, and he's trying to keep Game 4 tied. However, with 1 on and 1 out, it's Coco Crisp bouncing a ball into center field for an RBI single, scoring Stephen Vogt, and the A's are back on top by a score of 4-3. However, in the bottom of the 7th, Sean Doolittle takes over on the hill for the A's. The first man he faces is Victor Martinez. V-Mart sends an 0-1 pitch deep to right field, and that ball is gone for a game-tying solo shot for Martinez. He's rounding the bases in ecstasy, but the A's are fired up. They want the umpires to review this one. Now, it's called a homer on the field initially, but the umpiring crew would indeed take another look at this one. Check this out. As Josh Reddick drifts back towards the wall, he has a fan reach over the railing above the fence and put his hands on the baseball. So the A's are looking for interference, but after extensive review, the umpires declare that the ball would have been out of the field of play, meaning it would have landed above the yellow line that lines the fence at Comerica Park, and so it is a home run. It's upheld. Martinez belts his first long ball of the series. The Tigers tie this game at 4 as crew chief Gary Darling confirms the solo shot. And the Tigers' rally in the 7th is not over. Later in the frame, they have 2 on and 2 down for Austin Jackson.
Swinging a little soft line drive into right, and that's going to drive for a base hit. Darts around third, and he will score. Tigers take the lead in the 7th with 2 runs. Austin Jackson delivers.
WXYT provides the call again. That's Jackson's first hit since the first inning of Game 1, and it's 5-4 Detroit. Top of the 8th now. Max Scherzer still in there, and the A's have the bases loaded with nobody out. On a 3-2 pitch to Josh Reddick, that's out number 1. The next batter up is Stephen Vogt. He swings and misses at the fastball, and Scherzer is an out away from escaping the jam. The next man up for Oakland is pinch hitter Alberto Callaspo. Here's WXYT once again.
Max ready. 3-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive left center field. Jackson on the run. He'll make the catch in left center. Max Scherzer a pump of the fist as he comes off the mound. The bases were loaded with nobody out. He strikes out 2 and gets Callaspo on the line out.
It is one heck of an unbelievable inning by Max Scherzer.
Scherzer goes 2 innings and allows 1 earned run. The A's strand 9 runners in the ballgame. Bottom 8 now. Brett Anderson working for the A's. He's in a bases-loaded jam with 2 outs. And with Omar Infante batting, Anderson unleashes a wild pitch. Pinch runner Hernan Perez scores, and the Tigers extend their lead to 6-4. Then Infante continues his AB, and he'll line one down the left field line for a base hit. 2 runs come across on the double. The Tigers score twice in the 7th and 3 times in the 8th. They lead this one by a score of 8-4. 9th inning now. Joaquin Benoit on the mound for the Tigers, looking to close the door on this one, but he gets into trouble with 2 on and 2 down. Yoenis Cespedes will line one into center field for a 2-run single. Cespedes collects his 3rd multi-hit game of the series, and suddenly the A's are within 2. It's 8-6, and the possible tying run will stroll to the plate. The last hope for Oakland is Seth Smith, and here's WXYT one more time.
The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. And we're headed to a Game 5 in Oakland.
8-6 Tigers is your final. Max Scherzer comes out of the Detroit bullpen to pick up his first ever win in relief in the postseason or regular season. And now for the second straight year, the Tigers and A's will play a decisive Game 5 in the Bay Area. The do-or-die matchup is set for Thursday.